Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Chaos to Calm. I'm your lovely host, Sandy Davis. Thank you guys for being here with me today. So, on today's episode, let me stop playing. Okay, so each episode I like to start it off with a scripture or a positive story. I feel like this episode, this particular topic I'm going to be talking about deserves a scripture. It needs a scripture. We're going to start off um, with Luke chapter 6, verse 31. And it says, "Do to others as you would have them do to you." Plain and simple. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. That's it. That's the message for today. Now let's jump right into this topic, okay? Because I am livid about this, okay? So there's a viral video going around. A lot of people are in an uproar. I think Detroit and Chicago beefing because of some comments that was on social media and all this. But there's a video going around of a mother walking her kids home, and I believe these kids are probably like in middle school and elementary. They followed them and proceeds to jump the mother. Yeah, you heard that right. Kids in middle school and elementary followed a mother and her two children home and proceed. Well, they didn't follow them home, but they're following them as they're walking home, I'm assuming, and proceeds to jump them. Now I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the video and then we can get straight into it. Okay, let's see if you can see that and if it will play. It's my first time, y'all. I'm sensitive about my okay. Here come the children of the poor. Here come the baby kids. That's the mom and her kids walking. Look at that. The little boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's the little boy. It was at this moment he knew he fucked up. Then this they decides to jump her. Hey, yo, what's the word? What's the word? This your boy. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to show. Now, when I first watched the video, well, when I first tried to watch the video, I couldn't even finish the video because it was so sad to watch. It really was. So I decided to push through it and watch it because I had heard a bunch of commotion on the internet saying, "Oh, let's go down to Chicago. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah." So I had no idea what was really going on. So I said, "Oh, let me go do some investigating." I watched the video. Sometimes it's best to just mind your business because I wanted to come through that phone and kick every one of those little kids' ass, okay? I cannot believe. So, where do I start? So, the little boy, it looks like he's being bullied. And the mom is thinking, "I'm going to come up there and walk you home from school." Because normally when children sees an adult, they don't act the same as when we're not around. So in my mind, I'm thinking that she's thinking, "I'm going to go up here and I'm going to protect you." And those kids, hoodlums, I should say, hoodlums from the hood, no home training, said, "Oh, you brought your mama? We about to beat her up." They're calling her crack kids, and when I'm looking at this lady physically, I can tell that she's sick. I don't know why. That's just something I have. I looked at her and watched this video. A lot of people were commenting saying that she was pregnant, but when I looked at her, I saw sick. That's just what I saw. So as I'm doing a little bit more investigating, she is sick. So because I'm in my mind, as soon as the little boy came up to hit my son and my son was crying, I probably would have forgot that these are kids in my mind. So I'm thinking maybe this lady, maybe she's sick. Maybe she's not a fighter. And I'm not saying I'm a fighter. I just, all my common sense would have went out the door when you messing with my child. Okay? And these are kids. So in the video, they're walking. They're taunting them, calling them Shamor, calling her a crackhead, talking about her and everything. And a little boy come up and hit her son, and then her son starts crying, and he goes to his mom for comfort. She's comforting him. There's a little girl there too, younger than the son, so she's comforting him. And as she's comforting him, the kids are talking stuff like, "Yeah, da 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 da." And then no big kids hit him, only the little kids hit him, and someone behind the camera tell an older girl to hit the mom. So the older girl go and hits the mom. And from there, these little badass kids start jumping on the mom, the son, dragging the son in the street. I don't even see the daughter anymore. The daughter is probably like 3 or 4. I don't even see her in the video anymore. But maybe, baby, the way I would have been forgot those were kids and fucking them up, like seriously. Like, and one thing I'm going to say, my grandma always told me this, and she ain't teach me nothing else. She taught me this. If you're getting jumped, you pick that one person and you take them down with you. You're not going to be able to get everybody, but you and that one person better leave looking the same. And when I say I would have took the little girl that person behind the camera, I don't know if it was a girl or a boy, told her to slap the mama. When she went up to try to slap me, I would have made an example out of her that the other kids probably wouldn't even jump in. And if they did, it did not matter. Because that little one right here, whatever y'all was giving me, she was going to get. Somebody else is getting their ass kicked in this equation. Because I'm not saying the kids can fight. I'm not saying that one person can beat them. I don't know. I can't say how it would have went down. But I know for me, ass whooping time. And would have waited right there for the cops to come and take me. Because who y'all playing with? But this is why everyone looks at me, stares at me, give me crazy thoughts or whatever comments when I say it starts at home. I don't care how much I do not like in adults. If they are of age and they're an adult, regardless of how I feel about them, my kid would never know or never react off of my feelings. So it's the same with the teachers. Regardless of if the teacher called home, and I had the teacher call home once about my son, and I didn't agree with what he was saying. But right then and there, I let my son know that it was not okay. You have to be respectful, da 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 da, whatever the case may be. But after my son was dismissed, I informed the teacher of how I really felt, because at some point, because at the situation, I didn't want my son to see me going at it or not even being disrespectful, because I'm never really disrespectful, but just like going against the teacher. I feel like we should be a unit. So when I'm not there, you are respecting the teacher because you know that that's what I'm putting in place. So I know for sure these kids are not respecting the teacher. because this mom thought in her mind that if she came up to the school protecting her son from being bullied, that the kids would be scared and they would not bully him while the mom was there. But see, you don't know who raising them. Ray and them, Day Day and New, all they raising them. So it's hard. It's hard. That's why I say when you raising your child, it's in this day and age, it's hard to even raise your child because of how other people are raising their kids. Like it's ridiculous. Even if my son was involved, I can't say what he'll do when I'm here, when I'm not there. But even if he was involved, he would not have never put his hands on that adult. He probably would act like he was cool just to fit in, like, oh, said some stuff maybe. I don't even know if he would have did that, but I'm just trying to, think outside the box. But as far as putting his hands on an adult, like, that is unheard of. And I feel for that mom because now she had been posting on her social media prior even to this that she was sick. On like November the 4th, she said she had to be brought back to life like twice. She wasn't eating. All type of stuff was going on. And I'm still trying to be a mom. Like you could tell that where y'all moms at? Like seriously, I cannot believe that we live in a world today where this is okay and this is happening. And it's because adults are acting like children just as much as children are acting like children. There's no reason for it ever. And you cannot give me any situation where a child should be disrespecting an adult. And you know what's gonna happen next? These same kids that's beating up on that mama gonna be beating up on their mama. Then y'all gonna be wanting to call the police for help. When it should start at home. The help start at home. Start disciplining these kids. Start showing them right for wrong, regardless of what you feel. Take your feelings out of it. Because, baby, I would have been tricked into jail. That's what they call it, tricked into jail. When people say they tricked me, yeah, because no holds bar. The way I would have been attacking them, I would have turned into the Hawk and attacked those kids. They just kids. Kids or not. Once you step over that threshold where you want to be an adult, baby, no holds bar. Okay? Let's throw down. What's up? Now that's the chaos part. Now let's get to the calm. Because I still can't believe it. This is unbelievable. So, as always, I want you guys to like, subscribe, and comment. But this is what I want to know. In this particular situation, what do you think should happen? What do you want to see happen? Honestly, I don't know what would be enough. Because I think at some point we have to start holding the parents accountable for these kids' actions. And once the parent is uncomfortable and you're starting to have to deal with the repercussions of your child's actions, then maybe you guys are start parenting. You have to basically make these parents parent. So I think that the kids should probably be kicked out of the school. I think they should be kicked out of the school permanently. Whatever school they have to go to, they have to homeschool. If they have to go to a school across town, whatever, it should be an inconvenience for the parent. It should. And if we want to go the ghetto route, call Ray and them. What's up? Because I wonder, do she have Do the kids have fathers? Do they have family members? Then that's violence on top of violence. But still, I mean, don't put your hands on nobody mama. That's why I started this episode with that scripture. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. Because I wouldn't want anyone putting their hands on me. So why would I want my child putting their hands on someone else's mother? And it's enough for bullying. You bully the boy, you bully him every day, probably making his life hell, and then you want to jump his mom? Like, that's crazy. But what do you guys think should be done in this situation with those juveniles? Should they go to jail? I'm pretty sure she's going to press charges, but how does that look? I don't feel like they should be suspended. Suspension is what, 3 days, maybe 5 days. I think they should be kicked out. They should be kicked out of their school. And they should teach them a lesson. This is when you start setting examples. You set that example with them, then it most likely won't happen again. But if we sit back and we do nothing, there's no repercussions, no anything, it's most definitely going to happen again. Most definitely. As a mom, I would be so disappointed, so embarrassed. A lot of other words I can use. But if that was my child acting this way, because I did not raise you like that, and that's not what we represent. Okay? So I know this is a hard topic, and I'm just praying for that family. I'm praying for those kids. I'm praying for that mom. I'm hoping that justice is. I hope that justice is served in this situation, whatever that may look like. I'm not sure, but I just want to know, what do you guys think? What do you guys think should happen to those juveniles that played a part in this situation? I mean, they were kicking her, stumping her, they pulled her wig off. It was embarrassing. It was distasteful. It was terrible. 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 And I would have been, ain't no way. I didn't even see her swing now one time. And that's probably because she's sick. But baby, it could not have been me. It just couldn't. So that's all I have to say for today. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Let me know what you think should happen to these juveniles, and I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on. I think right now they're at the school doing a protest, and they did a press conference. Everyone is getting involved, because one thing about social media, once it goes so big on social media, a lot of it does make people get up and want to stand and do something. So I'm glad for that. The mom was currently she got out the hospital, but she was in the hospital. It's just terrible. It's terrible. I don't even know what else to say about it. But one thing I will say is, always remember, you get what you put out. These little kids, they don't know any better right now. And it's up to us to teach them. The children are the future. So you want to instill in them as much positivity as possible. And make sure that they're being respectful of others, even their peers. It starts with adults, but even their peers. Be respectful of their peers, because it started from this little boy getting bullied. Why is he getting bullied? My son, he's autistic, and that's my one biggest fear of him getting bullied. People don't understand the way he communicates. People don't understand the way he may talk. People don't understand the way he may interpret things. So, when you don't understand stuff, you make fun and you bully. So I would just say, if you don't take anything else from this, take that. You get what you put out. So if you're giving positivity, most likely you're going to get positivity. And I know we're all trying to raise our kids. We're all trying to do as best as possible, but just do a little bit more. You know, you don't feel like it that day, still do it. You see something that's not right, call it out. I always say, if you go your whole life raising a child and they never disliked you, they never talked about you, they never, like, they just loved you and liked you their whole entire upbringing, then you failed as a parent. You have. I don't know one child that said, "Oh, I just liked my mom the entire time," and she was parenting them. No, no, dad or whatever. None. So make sure that you're giving out what you want to receive. You can't give out negativity and then expect to receive positivity. And do unto others as you will want them to do to you. Because I remember one time my husband asked me, "How did you learn this? How did you learn that? If you grew up like this, if you grew up like that, how did you learn this and that?" I said, "Because I always thought, how do I want to be treated?" And that's how I started treating others. That's it. It was nothing behind it but that. I thought when he asked me that, that was the first thing that came to my mind. I always thought, why do I want to be treated in this situation? So that's how I move. So hopefully I gave you guys something to think about. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Tell me what you think. What should happen to these little heathens? But on a positive note, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And always remember, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Until next time, thank you for watching Chaos to Calm with your lovely host, Sandy Davis. Bye.